I've got 7, yes, 7 meetings to tell you about. College scholarship applications are due by August 31st. I even put on a clean shirt because Federation Focus is on for the week of August 10th, 2026. Hey there, PA Federation family. My name is David Goldstein. I am your first vice president. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Federation Focus. Let me tell you about the applications because I haven't really talked too much about them. There are up to 2 $1,500 college scholarships. Of course, you have to be in college, and you have to be in college in Pennsylvania. There's more details. The link is down below, but the most important thing is you've got to get it in by August 31st. You can win $1,500 for college, and you get a trip to Hershey, Pennsylvania, the 5th through the 8th of November. So again, August 31st, get that application in. Again, the link is down below, and we hope to see you in Hershey, and good luck, because I know $1,500 will go a long way. Now, I told you that we have 7 meetings. Yes, 7. The first one is tonight, the 10th of August, at 7 p.m. And this may be the last one at 7 because Liz is going back to school next week. We're going to talk about the exhibit hall and vendors that we have so far and who we need to reach out to. We're going to talk about sponsorships. We're going to talk about attendees. We'll talk about the hotel a little bit. And we have a few other things that we'll discuss, media outreach and things like that. So if you can, join us tonight at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Link in One Tap Mobile or down below. Tuesday night, tomorrow, there are 2 meetings. Starts off at 7 p.m. It is the Deaf-Blind Division meeting. Reach out to Chris Westbrook, and he'll come up again later. Reach out to him if you have any questions. Deaf-Blind, 7 p.m., Tuesday night, the 11th of August. Tuesday night, the 11th. Also on Tuesday night, it's Happy Valley at 7:30 p.m. Have any questions, reach out to Michelle McManus, who is the president of the Happy Valley Chapter. Her contact information is below, as well as the Zoom link. And it is only a Zoom link for Happy Valley. There is no One Tap Mobile there. Wednesday night, it's the dog days of summer, so they're not meeting. So if you're looking for a guide dog meeting, it's not going to happen on Wednesday. They'll come back in September. Now, we've got 4 meetings on Saturday. And I'm going to tell you about one. The first one I'm going to mention, I've talked to you about the last 2 weeks. I'm going to mention it for a third time. It is the Jigsaw chapter. Evidently, they're missing a few pieces, and they were waiting until they could get them all back in the box. Jigsaw chapter meets unusually for the 3rd week of the month on Saturday at 10. That is the 15th. Happy birthday to Chris Westbrook's mom. That was why they couldn't meet on the 8th. And Chris was busy on the 1st, so they're going to try. 3rd time is the charm for the Jigsaw chapter. Also at 10 a.m. on Saturday, the 15th of August, it is the Greater Berks chapter. Reach out to President Brian Mackey if you have any questions. Zoom and One Tap Mobile links are down below. It is a Zoom-only meeting. Now, the next one, I don't know that we can call it a meeting, but it sounds like a lot of fun. At noon on the 15th of August, that's Saturday, it is the Erie chapter, not meeting, picnic, which sounds like a lot of fun, and I bet there'll be a lot of great food there. Reach out to Connie if you have any questions on the location. It is at her house, so you'll need directions maybe if you've never been there. Please reach out to her, erie@nfbofpa.org, and she will give you all the details and what you can bring. And let me know, put down in the comments what you may be bringing to the Erie chapter picnic on Saturday the 15th. And we round out the meetings on Saturday at 7 p.m. It is the Blind Parents Division meeting at 7 on Saturday, the 15th of August. Zoom and One Tap Mobile links for that meeting are down below. If you have any questions, reach out to President Stacy Leap, blind parents at nfbofpa.org. That will do it for the meetings. Now, last week was the Philly Fun Walk. It was 93 degrees with high humidity on Saturday, the 8th of August. We walked from the Penn Museum to the parking garage where Sierra Green is located up on top of. Then we walked up the stairs, not all of us, but most of us walked up the stairs and then did a lap around the park. It was hot, but we all made it. Defibrillators were not needed. We all ate lunch, and then we went home. Sometime during the middle of the rainstorm that came, fortunately, after we had done all of that. But it was a lot of fun. It's not too late. You can still make a donation. Thank you to Donna Hill for her donation. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you also to our president, Harriet Danner, who also made a donation. I will be making one shortly. I don't know why I keep putting it off, but it will happen, and you can do one as well. It is nfbofpa.org/Keystone Movers. That's not a moving company. That will take you to the page over on the national website where you can make the donation. And remember, in the notes section, write Keystone Chapter NFB of PA. And it is greatly appreciated. This is a great coast-to-coast movement challenge event. And starting next week, we'll start talking about the Greater Philadelphia Chapter. Now, there's a few other fundraisers. They're all listed down below. Coming up in October, there is the Dancing in the Dark to be Dancing in the Light. That is the Greater Lehigh Valley Chapter Gala. It is their 7th year. I confirmed it this past week from Jemmie Jones, whose contact information is down below. 7th year. Dancing in the Dark to be Dancing in the Light. They always raise a lot of money. It is a great event. I hope you can join us. And I got great news on Saturday at our Keystone chapter meeting that because the Penn Museum needed that room that we usually meet in, and they don't charge us, by the way, so thank you to the Penn Museum, but they can't give us the room on the 10th of October, our normal meeting day. We're going to be meeting on the 3rd of October. So going to the Dancing in the Dark to be Dancing in the Light just became a lot easier and a very much shorter day. So hopefully you can join us there. If you're interested in going or you have some kind of donation you would like to make, again, Jemmie Jones' email information is down below in the description. Please reach out to her. And good luck to her. She's having eye surgery today. Good luck to Jemmie. Also, I mentioned the Greater Philly Coast to Coast Movement Challenge event. That's going to be within their very own cabaret fundraiser that's happening on October 30th. October 30th, all the information is down below. You can't click on a link to sign up, to join. You have to meet someone from the Greater Philadelphia chapter to participate in that. As we move into November, and I'll get to convention in a minute, let's go past the convention. I want to tell you about the signature event of the Coast to Coast Movement Challenge, and that is the Philadelphia Marathon. That is one of 4 events. And it's really more than 4 because there are lots and lots of chapters that are participating, but it is, if you count the chapters and divisions, then there's the California International Marathon, the Bay Bridge Run, and the Philadelphia Marathon. It is the final part of the big events. Again, the Philadelphia Marathon weekend, we're going to need volunteers. We're going to need runners. If you would like to run for the National Federation of the Blind, please reach out to Rachel Held. Her information is down below. You can email her and she'll set up a call with you. You can do an 8K or a half marathon. Those are both going to be run on the 21st of November, that great day. If you want to run the full marathon, and I've talked to a few people who may be interested, I hope they come through, that is the 22nd of November. Now, if you are not a runner like myself and you would still like to help out, there are some things you can do. On the 20th, that's Friday, the 20th of November, we're going to need some folks to man the table at the convention center when folks come to pick up their bibs. It's going to be like an exhibit hall type of thing. So we'll have a table with all sorts of literature and things like that, and you can talk to people about the National Federation of the Blind. And that is noon to 9 on the 20th. On the 21st, the table will be open from 9 to 5. But we'll also need folks out on the courses for the 8K and the half, and on Sunday for the full, holding up signs, cheering on the runners and whatnot. If you would like to volunteer for that, please reach out to your chapter president, either Stacy Leap or Harriet Danner. She always says she's going to go by Go, and sometimes we call her Go, and sometimes we call her Danner. Let's just call her Harriet. It's like Madonna. Just one word. Harriet. Reach out to Harriet. Keystone at nfbofpa.org, or Stacy Leap, Greater Phila at nfbofpa.org. And if you're not in one of those chapters but would still like to help out, please reach out to me, VP1 at nfbofpa.org. Now, hopefully your chapter or division has signed up for the Coast to Coast Movement Challenge. If not, go to nfb.org/movers. And that's why I used movers after Keystone in our branded link. Movers, nfb.org/movers. Sign your chapter or division up. Go do it, and then come up with an idea, or come up with an idea and then go sign up. Either way, just sign up. Please sign up. The goal is for each chapter to raise $250. And we, after Liz and I make our donation, we will be more than halfway there. We are just about halfway there now. We'll put us over the halfway point, and hopefully we'll have some more donations. Again, not too late for you. nfbofpa.org/Keystone Movers if you want to support the Keystone chapter in the Coast to Coast Movement Challenge. There is one other fundraiser that I almost forgot to mention. Link is down below, or I can tell it to you. It's nfbofpa.org/chef, CHEF, nfbofpa.org/chef. And that is for the Pampered Chef fundraiser. It goes until the 22nd of August. Go ahead and go over, take a look, buy a few things. If you spend at least $150, you get free freight. There's a lot of great things. Liz still has a couple of things that she bought when we lived in media when our kids were really little. They were really little. She went to this and she still has the items. That's how good they are. So again, nfbofpa.org/chef to sign up and to make some purchases to benefit the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania. That one benefits the affiliate. Now, I mentioned state convention. That's coming up from the 5th through the 8th of November in Hershey at the Hershey Lodge. You can register for a hotel room. Link and phone number are down below. If you are a little slow on the computer, or you get, there's a butterfly and you get distracted, just call. The number is down below. You can also do it online, but it's much easier to call. Remember to mention National Federation of the Blind. Room block goes from the 4th of November to the 9th. And that is if you want to stay over on that Sunday because you want to go to Hershey Park after the convention ends in the 11 or 12 o'clock hour on Sunday, the 8th. You can stay in that night till the 9th. We're also looking for sponsors. If you know some businesses that would like to sponsor the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania State Convention, please let them know, and I can send you some information that you can give to them, a little brochure that talks about the sponsorship levels. And again, it might be an in-kind donation where if it's a high-profile, high-priced donation, like jewelry or something like that, that would count as a sponsorship, even though we may be auctioning it off because, let's say, it's worth $1,000. We would count them as a bronze sponsor. So that's available to do as well. It doesn't have to be a cash donation. It could be an item or items. So many levels from $25 up. Please reach out to businesses, folks you know, and ask them if they want to be a sponsor. If you need materials, I've sent them out a few times. I will send them out again. And if you need some printed because you don't have a printer, I can certainly print some for you and get them in the mail to you. But please reach out to me, VP1 at nfbofpa.org, or you can reach out to Michelle McManus, McManus at nfbofpa.org. Now, we're also looking for exhibitors. We know we could fit at least a dozen, maybe a few more. Right now, we only have a handful of exhibitors, so we're really looking for exhibitors for this year's state convention. Please reach out if you have or want to exhibit, if you have a product or service that you want to show off to the people who are coming to the convention. Please reach out to them. If you know a business that has a product or service that may want to show their stuff at convention, please let us know. Again, reach out to myself or Michelle so we can get them on the books. We can get them in. LAMP is going to be there. We have PATF. They're going to be there. There's a few others that we have. But if you have a business that has something that you may want us to see at the convention, please reach out and let's get you on the books. One more item I wanted to tell you about. I mentioned before the national convention that I was going to have an easy way for folks to sign up for our mailing list. And I finally did it. Congrats to me, right? nfbofpa.org/list. If you don't get our mailings every Monday afternoon from something other than the listservs, and believe me, the listservs had me pretty angry on Sunday morning when I was trying to send out an email to all the listservs, and not one of them went. We don't need anything more than your email address. Again, nfbofpa.org/list. You can sign up, and you'll get every weekly newsletter that we put out. We put it out in conjunction with this video. So every Monday afternoon, you will get an email to tell you about Federation Focus, and it will have all the different links to all the meetings I've mentioned, all the fundraisers I've mentioned, any stories, any new episodes of White Canes Connect. All of that's in there, as well as a few other things. Again, nfbofpa.org/list. You can sign up on your own, and again, only need your email address. So give it a try. There is also a link on our website at the bottom in the footer. It says join our mailing list or something to that effect. And you click the button, you go and you fill in your email address, and shazam, you're done. Now, I know somebody's going to ask, so I'm going to tell you the story about my shirt. Every week I get dressed on Sunday morning. I think about, what am I going to wear for Federation Focus? Because while I get dressed on Sunday morning, I record these early on Monday morning. It's around 1 a.m., give or take. Well, over the last couple of weeks, I've gotten things on my shirt. I put on the shirt today and I thought, I hope I can make it the whole day without getting something on it. And of course, after I was done dinner and Liz was getting ready to go up for bed, she said, "What's that on your shirt?" Well, the funny thing was, as I got a new shirt out of my closet, Ziggy grabbed it out of my hand. So there's probably some marks on this with his saliva somewhere on it. But that's why I have a new shirt on, in case you were wondering. It's clean, or mostly clean, with some saliva from Ziggy. That was a lot, but that is all I have for this episode of Federation Focus for the week of August 10th, 2026. I really do appreciate you joining me. Let's go out and build the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I will talk to you next Monday.